Baltimore sport. You see these two men? They have had absolute impact. And now all of a sudden, you found this young lady. How did it come about?
Oh, when I got jumped in Compton, I didn't have no fear in me, and I basically whooped everybody that intended on jumping me. I left without a scratch.
Chrisean Rock.
Chains, yeah.
But I mean, you're a gospel singer.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to fight for your life and defend yourself. So I wasn't going to lose my life, so I had to get to my car.
Stop scrolling. Seriously, put your phone down, because what just went down on Baltimore news is the kind of story that makes the Kardashians look like they're playing checkers while Chrisean Rock is running chess tournaments in Compton. Yes, you heard that right. Chrisean Rock, the whirlwind, the chaos queen, the human headline generator, sat down with a local news crew to talk about her Compton fight, her boxing grind, and, of course, everything in between. And the internet? Oh, the internet exploded faster than fireworks on the 4th of July. This isn't just another interview. This is a full-blown narrative twist. Chrisean's laying it all out. The fists, the drama, the ambition, and the backstory you weren't ready for. If you thought you knew her, think again. Because while some people spend their lives dodging headlines, Chrisean practically magnetizes them. And now, with cameras rolling and the truth spilling live on Baltimore airwaves, the world is officially unnoticed. So buckle up. Because this isn't calm, this isn't polite, and this sure as hell isn't your average celebrity fluff piece. This is explosive, outrageous, and so insane that reality TV producers are probably calling their agents right now, begging for the rights to dramatize it. Chrisean Rock just dropped a bombshell, and trust me, you do not want to miss a second of it. When you think of Chrisean Rock, you probably imagine chaos, drama, and viral meltdowns, the kind of energy that makes reality TV producers salivate and the Kardashians look like a Monday morning nap. But Baltimore news just flipped the script. The same Chrisean who made headlines for every emotional outburst, social media feud, and Compton fight now sat down under studio lights to talk about her boxing journey, her Compton showdown, and a side of herself that very few people have seen up close. The result? A revelation so shocking it felt like a secret had just been leaked straight into your living room. This wasn't your typical fluff celebrity interview. Oh no! Chrisean came in raw, unfiltered, and unapologetically herself, spilling details about her fights, her training, and her mindset that had viewers across the internet collectively gasping. For anyone keeping score, this is the moment where a viral queen stops being just a headline and becomes a full-blown narrative force. Because here's the thing, Chrisean's life has always been a roller coaster, but now the tracks are pointing straight towards something bigger, more calculated, and even more dangerous for anyone expecting her to stay predictable. Let's rewind for context. Her Compton fight wasn't some casual, weekend brawl. It was a storm, a viral event, and a spectacle that encapsulated everything people either love or hate about Chrisean Rock. Social media captured every jab, every taunt, every crowd reaction, and fans dissected every second as if it were a cinematic trailer for the next reality TV season. That fight alone had already cemented her status as a headline machine, but this interview on Baltimore news added an entirely new dimension. Suddenly, she wasn't just a fighter in the ring. She was a storyteller, a strategist, and a cultural lightning rod, and the audience noticed immediately. Clips from the segment spread online faster than a wildfire. Fans applauded her candor, praising the discipline behind her boxing hustle and her unfiltered recounting of the Compton showdown. Skeptics, of course, weren't far behind. They questioned the timing, the intentions, and the authenticity of the narrative. Is this a genuine account of her fight career? Or just another calculated viral move designed to keep her trending while feeding the internet's insatiable hunger for drama? As usual, the reactions were polarized, but one thing is undeniable: everyone was watching. What made this segment even more explosive was the contrast it created. Chrisean's persona has always thrived on unpredictability. She's the kind of personality that makes headlines scream and timelines freeze mid-scroll. She's chaotic, raw, and larger than life. And yet, here she was, calmly breaking down her training, her strategy, and her career goals on live TV, framed by professional anchors who didn't blink at her intensity. The visual alone was enough to make viewers do a double take. It was like seeing a hurricane pause mid-twist to deliver a TED Talk. Her discussion about boxing was particularly compelling. Chrisean didn't just talk about punches and wins. She delved into the physical and mental grind, the sacrifices, and the strategy it takes to survive in the ring when your past is public property and every move you make is under scrutiny. It was as much about self-discipline as it was about skill, and she laid it out with a kind of intensity that could make a seasoned professional trainer sweat. This wasn't casual chatter, it was a declaration of ambition, a statement that she's not just here to participate, she's here to dominate. But the Compton fight story was the true centerpiece. Chrisean recounted the tension, the stakes, and the chaos with dramatic flair, highlighting not only the physical confrontation, but the emotional landscape surrounding it. She didn't just describe punches and reactions, she unpacked rivalries, personal vendettas, and the mental warfare that made the event more than just a fight. This was narrative theater at its finest, and Baltimore news captured every layer, giving viewers a rare glimpse into the world behind the viral clips. And let's be honest, social media went insane. Memes popped up instantly, comparing old reality TV outbursts to her composed, on-camera reflections. TikTok spliced fight footage with her interview, highlighting the stark contrast between the chaos in Compton and the calm narrative she delivered on air. Fans and critics alike were dissecting every word, every gesture, every facial expression. Some celebrated her evolution, others scoffed at the perceived PR maneuver. Either way, the engagement was off the charts. The irony, of course, is delicious. A woman who built her name on viral chaos is now controlling her narrative like a master strategist. She's taking the story of her fight career, her ambition, and her personal growth and presenting it in a way that commands attention on her terms. The public may debate, meme, and criticize, but the control is hers. And that is exactly why this segment is so dangerous to her competitors, doubters, and anyone who underestimated her. Chrisean's energy during the interview was magnetic. She spoke with authority, clarity, and a confidence that made it impossible to look away. She wasn't performing for likes. She was narrating her own story. And in an age where social media thrives on reaction, virality, and spectacle, that kind of presence is pure power. It's why clips went viral within minutes, why memes exploded across platforms, and why celebrity commentators immediately begin weighing in with theories, reactions, and even subtle shade. The segment also forced a reassessment of her public persona. For years, she's been typecast as the chaos queen, the one who screams, fights, and trends for all the wrong reasons. But now, she's layered. She's ambitious, disciplined, and strategic. She's a fighter in the literal sense and in the figurative sense, navigating social media scrutiny, celebrity politics, and public expectation while laying out a clear vision for her career. The juxtaposition is fascinating, and it's why the story refuses to die online. By the end of the interview, one thing was clear: Chrisean Rock isn't just telling a story about a fight. She's rewriting the narrative of who she is, what she represents, and how the world should view her. The Compton showdown and her boxing hustle aren't just moments, they're chapters in a larger saga, one that keeps the audience hooked, the critics talking, and the internet buzzing. And if you think this is the end, think again. Because with Chrisean, the next twist is always just around the corner, and the world is forced to watch, react, and stay glued to every word. By putting herself on Baltimore news, Chrisean transformed what could have been a fleeting headline into a cultural moment. She showed discipline, strategy, and flair, all while keeping the raw energy that made her famous in the first place. The segment wasn't just news, it was performance, spectacle, and a revelation rolled into one. And the internet, as always, noticed. Memes, Debates and theories exploded within hours, ensuring that the story wasn't just remembered, it was immortalized in real time. If you think the chaos ends here, think again. This is only the beginning. Chrisean Rock just leveled up, and the world is watching every move, every fight, and every interview like a hawk. Because in her world, there are no quiet days, no safe stories, and no chance to look away. And honestly, that's exactly why we can't stop watching. Just when you thought the Compton fight story and Baltimore news segment might settle into a quiet headline, the internet exploded like someone lit a rocket in a fireworks store. Social media reacted with the kind of energy only reserved for the most shocking, unexpected celebrity moments. Memes appeared almost instantly, some highlighting Chrisean Rock's fight intensity with captions like, "Chaos meets holy hands choose your fighter," while others juxtaposed her calm, composed interview with viral clips of her screaming matches from past reality TV appearances. The contrast was surreal. It was like watching a hurricane suddenly decide to deliver a TED Talk, and everyone online wanted a front row seat. Celebrity reactions escalated the story even further. Influencers dropped cryptic posts, emojis hinting at approval or subtle shade, and followers went wild trying to decode hidden meanings. Some praised her hustle, comparing her boxing discipline to legendary fighters like Layla Ali, while others made pop culture analogies so ridiculous they were hilarious. It's like Tyra Banks suddenly becoming a UFC coach. Every reaction fed the viral machine, making the story multiply across platforms faster than a gossip chain at a high school reunion. Meanwhile, fans were relentless. TikTokers edited fight footage alongside her Baltimore interview, highlighting every jab, smile, and hand gesture. Twitter threads became multi-page essays dissecting the timing, authenticity, and possible PR strategy behind the segment. People debated whether she was serious about boxing or just delivering another carefully crafted viral moment. The commentary was savage, witty, and dramatic, exactly the kind of attention Chrisean thrives on. The memes didn't stop there. Some portrayed her as a superhero, gloves up, angel wings photoshopped behind her, captioned, "From Compton chaos to Holy Queen of the Ring." Others created mock merchandise lines featuring her likeness, complete with slogans like, "Punch first, ask questions later." Instagram exploded with photoshopped mashups comparing her past viral fights with her calm, articulate interview. The absurdity only fueled more engagement. Every like, share, and comment amplified the story further. Public outrage also entered the mix. Critics claimed that giving a celebrity fight story airtime on Baltimore news trivialized community issues. Others questioned whether the segment glamorized violence, wondering if young viewers would take the wrong message from the spectacle. Chrisean, however, navigated it with precision. She balanced charm and candor, owning every detail of her story while subtly deflecting criticism. That tension between chaos and control was exactly what made the segment irresistible to audiences. Celebrity and fan commentary escalated, so did the pop culture comparisons. Some likened her transformation from viral chaos to disciplined boxing to movie plot twists. Imagine Harley Quinn suddenly trading her bat for a championship belt. Others referenced reality TV icons who reinvented themselves in shocking ways, drawing parallels to Britney Spears' public comeback and dramatic rebrand. The analogies were wild, funny, and absurd, but perfectly reflected the cultural fascination with Chrisean's unpredictable evolution. The segment also triggered a series of viral debates about credibility. Skeptics questioned whether she could truly pivot from reality TV firestorm to serious athlete, while supporters argued that her dedication and discipline proved authenticity. Every statement, gesture, and social media post became evidence in this public trial. And as always, engagement skyrocketed because no one wants to miss the next twist in a narrative that feels like a live-action soap opera with punches thrown for dramatic effect. Meanwhile, journalists and commentators joined the fray. Social media analysts dissected the segment like forensic experts. Tone, body language, phrasing, even the studio backdrop was analyzed for hidden meaning. Pop culture pundits discussed how the story reflected larger trends in celebrity reinvention, viral fame, and audience fascination with chaos to redemption arcs. It was as if the Baltimore segment had become a case study in real-time narrative management. The story's escalation was further fueled by audience speculation. Fans imagined scenarios where Chrisean would take her boxing career national, partner with established trainers, or even launch a series of high-profile fights. Each rumor, whether grounded or not, added fuel to the fire. Every new clip, comment, or meme became a cliffhanger in an ongoing saga, and the audience was hooked. Social media algorithms practically drooled over the engagement, ensuring the story remained in everyone's feeds for days, and the chaos wasn't just online. Local chatter in Baltimore, Compton, and beyond mirrored the frenzy. People debated whether the fight was about reputation, skill, or pure ego. Others speculated on Chrisean's next moves. Will she take another fight? Will she expand her training brand? Will she use the Baltimore spotlight as leverage for national media exposure? Every theory added layers to a story that already felt overstuffed with drama, yet impossible to turn away from. Through it all, Chrisean maintained control of her narrative. She didn't over-explain or apologize. She delivered her story with authority, humor, and charisma, letting the internet react, analyze, and meme to its heart's content. That level of mastery over public perception is rare, and it's exactly what makes this saga so addictive. People aren't just following Chrisean. They're participating in the evolution of her story in real time. By the end of the week, Chrisean Rock talks Compton fight and boxing had evolved into a full-blown cultural phenomenon. It wasn't just an interview, it was a viral event, a social media storm, and a masterclass in narrative control. The memes, commentary, celebrity whispers, and public debates created layers of engagement that kept the story alive far beyond a typical news segment. The Baltimore spotlight had transformed her fight story from local interest to national obsession, and yet, the escalation left everyone craving more. What happens next? Will Chrisean step into another ring, spark a new viral feud, or take her boxing journey to national headlines? The internet was desperate for the next installment, dissecting every tweet, reaction, and public appearance for hints. The tension is cinematic, the stakes are high, and the narrative is nowhere near complete. In short, this segment didn't just tell a story. It created a living, breathing, viral ecosystem. Chrisean Rock went from chaos queen to boxing strategist to cultural enigma, and the audience is hooked. Memes will continue, debates will rage, and celebrity commentary will keep fueling the fire. The escalation is real, relentless, and absolutely mesmerizing. And the kicker? This is only the beginning, because when Chrisean Rock moves, the world doesn't just watch. The world reacts, memifies, analyzes, and waits for the next bombshell. And in this saga, the next one is guaranteed. By the time the initial firestorm of Baltimore news coverage settled, the ripple effects were impossible to ignore. Chrisean Rock didn't just give an interview, she detonated a cultural bomb. Her Compton fight, her boxing grind, and her unfiltered storytelling transformed a local news segment into a global conversation. Memes, hot takes, and viral clips were circulating everywhere, and suddenly, everyone from casual fans to celebrity insiders was reassessing who Chrisean really is. The woman who built her fame on chaos had evolved into a force commanding attention for entirely different reasons. First, let's talk reputation. Chrisean's past was a mix of reality TV antics, viral fights, and social media chaos. She was the headline queen, the human trending topic. But after the interview, a new narrative emerged. She was no longer just the unpredictable star of viral clips. She was disciplined, strategic, and intentional. Fans saw a woman willing to work, train, and control her story. Critics, meanwhile, were forced to reconsider their assumptions. Could someone so notorious really pivot into legitimacy without losing her edge? The answer was complicated, but undeniable. The spotlight had shifted, and Chrisean was directing it. Relationships also felt the shockwaves. Former allies who once casually rode her viral wave now approached with caution. Partnerships and collaborations became calculated moves. Some celebrity peers watched from the sidelines, curious if her narrative shift would elevate or derail her influence. Meanwhile, fans divided into factions, the die-hard supporters cheering her evolution, the skeptics waiting for the next misstep, and the passive observers who were just here for the chaos. In effect, Holy Hands and the Baltimore interview had created a new ecosystem around her, one where influence, perception, and loyalty collided in real time. Public perception underwent a seismic transformation. The Compton fight was no longer just an isolated spectacle. It became a lens through which to analyze Chrisean's journey, her discipline, and her ability to navigate scrutiny. People began debating authenticity versus performance. Skeptics argued she was staging another viral moment, while supporters claimed her discipline and boxing focus proved sincerity. Every tweet, meme, and comment became evidence, and the digital audience became a jury dissecting every detail. Meanwhile, the internet itself contributed to her narrative evolution. Memes compared her chaotic past to her disciplined present. TikTok creators edited fight footage with interview clips, creating dramatic contrasts that went viral in minutes. Instagram posts juxtaposed past meltdowns with calm confidence, turning her transformation into a story of redemption and resilience. Even parody accounts contributed, creating humor that reinforced the narrative while keeping engagement high. In short, the story became self-perpetuating. Every reaction amplified her profile. Every joke or analysis strengthened the cultural footprint of the interview. The Baltimore segment also changed how media approached her. Local outlets that might have dismissed her past antics now treated her story as a legitimate cultural event. Commentators analyzed her boxing career, the potential for future fights, and the broader narrative of celebrity reinvention. National attention followed, with blogs, podcasts, and entertainment shows referencing the segment as a pivotal moment in her public life. In effect, a single interview had elevated Chrisean from reality TV staple to a narrative powerhouse with media influence far beyond what anyone predicted. But escalation wasn't just positive attention, it also invited scrutiny. Skeptics dissected every gesture, tone, and statement, hunting for inconsistencies. Could someone so controversial really be this disciplined? Was the Compton fight coverage an intentional PR move? Did the Baltimore news segment legitimize chaos, or did it show a genuine shift in character? These debates raged across social platforms, fueling discussion and ensuring that Chrisean remained trending long after the interview aired. Cultural analysts also noted the story's symbolic significance. In a world where viral personalities rise and fall with alarming speed, Chrisean demonstrated control over her own narrative. She navigated past scandals, leveraged media attention, and turned it into a story of ambition, resilience, and performance. It wasn't just about boxing or a single fight, it was a case study in modern celebrity strategy, a demonstration that perception can be managed, and attention can be harnessed without losing authenticity, and the consequences extended to opportunity. Suddenly, brands, trainers, and collaborators viewed her differently. Where once she was a volatile figure, now she was a compelling mix of charisma, discipline, and spectacle. The interview had reframed her as a serious contender both inside and outside the ring. Every endorsement potential, every media invitation, every collaborative opportunity was suddenly filtered through this new lens of controlled chaos and ambition. Yet, even with this newfound credibility, the story is far from over. The public remains fascinated, social media engagement remains relentless, and the world is waiting for the next chapter. Will Chrisean step into another fight that dominates headlines? Will her boxing journey evolve into a national phenomenon? Or will the internet's collective attention shift, waiting to pounce on the next viral misstep? The suspense is palpable, and the narrative tension keeps audiences glued to every post, clip, and appearance. In the end, the Baltimore news segment was more than an interview, it was a masterclass in narrative escalation. Chrisean Rock turned what could have been a simple local story into a viral, culturally significant phenomenon. She shifted public perception, influenced media coverage, and created a narrative ecosystem that thrives on chaos, discipline, and spectacle simultaneously. Her Compton fight, boxing journey, and candid revelations didn't just make headlines, they reshaped the way the public, celebrities, and media view her entirely. So, the aftermath is clear. Chrisean Rock is no longer just a viral sensation. She is a calculated, unpredictable, multi-dimensional figure commanding attention, respect, and scrutiny. Her reputation has evolved, relationships have recalibrated, and public perception has shifted from chaos queen to strategic powerhouse. But the story isn't over. Every post, every fight, every interview could spark the next viral eruption. And in a world that thrives on spectacle, Chrisean Rock has proven she's not just participating, she's orchestrating the drama. One headline at a time. Alright, hold on to your seats. Because if you thought this story was wild so far, you haven't seen anything yet. Chrisean Rock just went from Compton chaos to Baltimore news legend, and this channel is the only place where you get every explosive, jaw-dropping, can't believe it moment in full saturation. And guess what? The drama isn't taking a coffee break. It's non-stop, relentless, and exactly why you need to be here for every single twist. So here's what you do. Smash that like button like it owes you rent. Hit it so hard the algorithm feels your energy from across the internet. Then yes, do it, drop a comment, roast it, cheer it, meme it, debate it. Are you team Chrisean Rock, or are you waiting for the next headline meltdown? Either way, your opinion fuels this chaos, and we love watching it unfold. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing with your life? Subscribing here isn't optional, it's survival. Hit that bell so you never miss a single scandal, a single